Hello, this is Pete Sargent. In this video, I want to show you around your MOM course, your My Open Math course. So hopefully by now you've copied the master, so now you have your own course. Should show up in this menu over here. This is mine. I just copied it, and it's going to be a little wonky when you first get it. The due dates, of course, aren't going to be lined up with your semester, so that's one thing you'll need to do. You're going to want to check the grade book, which I'll also show you. So those are two things I want to show you. Gradebook. I want to show you how to change due dates, which you can do all at once, which is nice. And then what else do we want to do? Well, maybe first you should decide what you want to use. For example, if I'm teaching this in an online course, I'm going to include this test as part of the grade. This test as well, they're currently hidden. The final exam is hidden. So you can keep those hidden. If you want to see what a student sees, you click on this student button, and this is what the student sees, which is pretty good how we have that set up, I think. The introduction, which will just kind of tell them how to type stuff in, how to type in math. So that's a good little intro to get them used to the program. And then there's the 6 chapters that go with the textbook. There's a practice final. Of course, we have that paper practice final that's probably a little bit better review for the lecture course. So this is what the student sees. They see each homework assignment. You can see right here, like I said, sometimes a little something a little wonky happens. 4.1 is missing, right? So the student wouldn't see that. So back under instructor view, let's find out why that is. It's not available. Okay, so we're going to fix that with the due dates. It will be available in 2018 for some reason. Again, not sure why some of that happens, but that's okay. We'll fix all the due dates at once. So it's always good to go back and forth between instructor view and student view, because as you make changes as an instructor, you can see what the student will see after you make those changes. So I think it's okay just to, you could delete these if you want. If I'm teaching a lecture course, I might delete these. Remember, this is your copy of the course. You're not going to delete it from the master, so it's okay to remove stuff if you want. I guess you could decide if you're going to give quizzes. If this were me, I think I would just use it as a lecture course. I would just use it as a homework. So anything that's not a homework, I would probably either hide or remove. So right here, chapter 1 quiz it's going to be available because it's not hidden. When you go to settings, you can hide it, right? So that just means the students won't see it. So that's something you can decide. I'll set this up as if I'm only doing homeworks, okay? We'll see how that goes. So if I'm only doing homeworks, maybe the first thing I can do is deal with the gradebook. So as you can see right here, the gradebook is not how I want it to be. I want just the homework to be a grade. So when a student looks in the grade book in My Open Math, that's their homework grade. That's it. Just their homework grade. The rest of the grade I would keep in Blackboard. So under gradebook settings, we have all the categories that we have for the master online course, homework, quizzes, tests, etc. What I want to do is just make the homework 100% and everything else 0. Again, this is something you can choose to do what you want. You could make the quizzes part of this. But mostly I think we'll use this for homework. So I'm going to hit save changes. So that's one thing you can do with the homework. I still don't like, I'm sorry, one thing you can do with the gradebook under here settings. I still don't like the look of my gradebook because I still have quizzes. Even though it's 0%, I don't want the students to see that. So again, everything's under gradebook settings. I would want to hide the quizzes, hidden. And the test I'll do hidden, I'm not sure, they should be showing up. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to hide everything except for homework, okay? And collapse or expanded, either one of those you can choose. That just, if it's collapsed, it just shows the average. If it's expanded, it shows all of the homework assignments, okay? So let's see if that worked. Okay, that's nice. Now once your students register, their names will be here. All right, and then as they work, their homework grade will be generated here. Right, and if we expand, once we make the dates available, all the homeworks should be here listed, 1.1, 1.2, and so on. Okay, so the grade book, I mean, you don't have to do much. It's not the It's pretty easy to work with, but like anything, it takes a little getting used to. That's the basics of the grade book. I've shown you how to hide things under settings. Everything's under settings, so I've hidden the first quiz. You can just delete it if you want. Again, always take a look at the student view. Now, they don't see that quiz, right, because it's hidden. And the last thing I want to show you in this video is how to deal with the dates, all right? So I'm going to go to Mass Change, and I'm going to go to Dates. And here is every assignment that's in here, all right? So all the homework assignments, the quizzes, you can see the test that's been hidden, final exam that's been hidden. You can make the changes all at once. So the spring semester starts in January 30th. So I would just type in 1/30, 17, 2017. And for some reason here, the time, maybe I typed that in by mistake, 12 p.m. I probably did. It should be 12 a.m. is when I want it to open up. And then the end date. So now it's up to you. You can stagger these things if you want. Let's say I want all chapter 1 due. See, if you click this box, all the chapter 1 things will be clicked. All right, so I want them all to open on the same as this intro homework. So I have a date for just one of them, right? That's the only thing I typed in. Let's say I want to do by, I don't know, February 7th, 2/7/17 at midnight. So that, I just typed in dates for that one assignment, right? But what I do over here under this action button, everything that I have clicked, and I just have everything from chapter 1 clicked, I'm going to make them start and due on the same date, right? Which is what I typed into this first one. When I pick this drop down menu, I'm going to send down date and time changes. Copy down date and times, I think is what I want. So that should fill down all my start dates and end dates, right? So you can see everything now starts 1:30 and everything ends 2/7. If you want to open up everything, the first day of class, you can just click this all button here. So that checks every assignment, and then I can say copy down start date and time. Copy down start date and time. So now everything starts on January 30th, and then you can see these dates are out of whack, right? So they're still in December. So you can, it's pretty easy to change those. So play with that a little bit using these drop down menus, and you should get the hang of that. I will just make everything do. One thing you could do, I guess, if you just want to open everything the first day and close it on the last day, 5/20/17, just so it's all available or will be available. And this is for everything. Copy down start date and time. So now everything copy down dates and times. And now everything starts on the 30th and ends in May. So everything has the same due date. So you can mess with that and do the schedule however you want, or use this however you want. That's just a brief introduction on how to do a mass date change. All right, so let's say I'll save those. Now you can see they're not available because now it says available on 1/30/2017. So they haven't yet been available. I could have made them available today so you can see them. What else do you want to do? I don't want to make the video too long. I think what you want to do is just get in and do some of these on your own, right? So if you click an assignment as an instructor, you can just do whatever you want with it, just to see how to enter things. You can imagine where the students might have some issues, and just familiarize yourself with the program. Okay, so I hope that helps. It'll take a little bit getting used to. You also have options to give students multiple attempts. Just like if you've ever used any of the other programs, My Open Math, you could do a mass change assessment. Okay, and these, so for example, here's all the homework sections. I have right now all, right? Or you can select all homework. And now all the homework's clicked. So let's say I want to give everyone 2 shots at a homework problem, 2 attempts. I click on this, default attempts per problem is 1. I can change it to 2. And I can also have them do a different problem. Okay, you can make the points worth whatever you want. There's different methods for them to do the problem. They can skip around, which is what I like, or they could be forced to do it one at a time. Right? You could put a time limit on there. Anything you could require a password. That's all under settings. And you can do that as a mass change. So let me go back to the course. If you want to do it all at once, make them all the same, you do that here. If you want to do it individually, you would just click settings under the assignment, and then you can make the same exact changes right here under the actual assignment itself. Okay, so I hope that helps. It'll take a little bit of getting used to, but if you have questions, you can always ask me or one of the other 082 coach